Hello, my name is Shane Heim. I was in a play with Sean not too long ago before all this coronavirus fun stuff started happening. So, yay. And, I'm about to answer some questions. In fact, 10 of them.
What will finally break the internet?
I'm actually surprised it is not this, because the amount of increased bandwidth that is being utilized right now is like a lot. And like the amount of jobs alone that are forcing people to all be working and utilizing the internet is just asinine. And well, let's be real, people love to stream during these times as well, because if they're not working, they're just watching Netflix. So I would have thought it was this, but in the end, I feel like the wrong person just going to wander into a room where like the internet is per se, like in the South Park episode, and just like accidentally jiggle the cord a little bit and just going to off.
What is the most annoying sound?
I think it's one of those where it's just like, it's not actually nails on a chalkboard, but it's not a chalkboard per se, but it's like when your fingers accidentally reach out. Oh, fuck. I'm not one of those people that really cares about the nails on a chalkboard, but it's honestly just people talking sometimes is just the worst. It's just like, it's that constant like buzz of like talk, where it just never stops. And it's just like, okay, this is my life now. I'm surrounded by like 12,000 people at one time, all talking. So I can't hear anything.
Who or what were you in a previous life?
I honestly was probably just a servant of like some rich guy. And like, I was just kind of like, yeah, I'll do this. I'll just be like, I got your back. Do you need to give me much? Yeah, at least to have enough for a living. That would have all I really needed. Just kind of like coast by on life.
What's the strangest thing you've done in a hotel room / Airbnb?
So I've gotten extremely drunk while at various Airbnb and hotels, and I definitely have knocked on the wrong room on several occasions, and it's been very lucky, except for one time when I was a floor lower than my own, and so I walked down the hall, and my friend had the key, and so I walked up to the door and just like started knocking quietly at first because it wasn't just us. And so then it was just like nothing. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go a little bit louder. And then like I started like, oh, come on, like what the heck? So I like started going really, really loud. And then I like looked at the room number and it's like, oh crap. And so I started like kind of like slowly inching away. And then I heard the door unlock and I just bolted so that I could get around a corner as the door opened, because I was like, oh, I don't want to be that guy. So that.
What's a dumb trick you wish you could pull off perfectly every time?
It's a stupid one, but I wish I could guess people's ages exactly every time. Like just a neat parlor trick, be like, how's it being 43 over there? They're like, I don't want you to know that. But like, you know, to be able to always just know how old someone is, throw it out there every so often, just be like, yeah, you're just something about, and then just play it up because you know you're always going to be right. But then just like go into it completely. So just be able to always know what someone's age is.
How did you finally defeat your nemesis?
Well, I'm going to go more true and realistic. And my nemesis was shyness, utter shyness. And so the way that I completely obliterated my nemesis of shyness is, well, in college, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to let high school or previous me get in my way. So I am just going to pretend to be confident, so much so that I will fake it until I make it, because, you know, you have to get confidence, because confidence is unfortunately very key in life, and you have to have some form of it. So I was just like, yeah, I'm going to do this. So that's how I beat my nemesis, shyness.
Describe your perfect road trip.
First off, I love road trips. So I definitely have I have some opinions on this. So one big thing I think that's really key in the road trip is you have to have a certain level of comfort in the car itself, because like, you know, no matter how enjoyable the people or the places are that you're going, if your car is not quite comfortable enough, where it's just like slightly uncomfortable or irritating, especially for those long hauls, that's going to be pretty unfortunate and spoil most things. But besides that, I think it would just be fun to kind of just hop in the car and not have to really, well, ideally not have to worry about like how much things will cost, and just kind of like go for it. Just get in your comfortable enough car with some people that you know you can stand to be in small places with, because that is also very important. So, and just kind of like drive a direction. I would go on the diagonals, because everyone goes like the cardinal direction. So like pick a direction that is not quite north, south, east, or west. So let's just go like south, southwest, or north, northwest. I want to go fly to Seattle, because I've already driven to Seattle, and then drive from Seattle up to Alaska. I think it would be a blast, albeit very remote.
Worst part of your gym experience?
It is that people just don't, they're so unaware, and like clean off your stuff. Like if you're using something, clean it off. Like, don't be that person that's just like, oh yeah, I'm above cleaning things. Like, what am I, a peasant? Like, no, come on, just don't be a douche. Clean up your shit, wipe everything down, and put anything that you've used away. So that is my biggest pet peeve by far.
When was the last time you challenged yourself to try something brand new?
I recently have started to take up sketching. So I am going to try and continue to draw a same or similar thing X number of days in a row. And so I just like, it's one of those like, those are not great right now. So I'm curious to kind of do one of those, like, look back at the first one and then look after a certain number of days, like what it looks like in comparison, since it'll be a similar object or drawing. So we'll see.
Name something that only you buy in bulk.
I mean, I feel like in these strange times that we live in, that is no longer the case. But like, I definitely have at least 12 pounds of flour right now, and I had that amount before this whole thing started too. So like, you know, some people now certainly, but like I have at least 12 pounds, if not more, of flour in my. Okay, so I actually have closer to 30 pounds of flour right now. And again, I have not added to it. I've just replaced things that I have. So I have 30 pounds of flour. So that is something that I definitely hoard, that probably not the usual most people. The thing is, like, I have so much of variety too. So like I have 2 or 3 things of all purpose. I have 2 of bread flour. I have 1 of whole wheat. I have semolina flour. I have like 3 different types of rice flour. I have artisanal flour. And so it's just like, oh, the 00 flour, that's for pasta. But like, yeah, it's just like, it's ridiculous, but I have a lot of flour. Yeah.
How did that feel? You answered all the questions.
I did. Well, not great about some of them, but it is what it is. It's a package deal. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. So thank you. I appreciate it.